Yes, welcome to the NSP Project here on my YouTube channel, and I do have to apologize. There's not going to be a live LRN stream, and there's not going to be much of a show here today. And I do this. I travel to California every other week to do the big broadcast, and for some reason my microphone is completely dead. So I'm using the microphone from the webcam. So as you can tell, with the acoustics in here, it is absolutely awful. So, but I didn't want to leave anybody hanging. Again, I will not be able to take calls. I'm not going to do a full broadcast today. I'm really sorry about that, but I appreciate the guys on the chat, the dude stepping up and some others helping to support to help replace that microphone so that hopefully by the Wednesday broadcast that we'll have that and I'll be able to take calls. And yeah, Tom, that's the way it is. If you notice, the audio is absolutely dreadful right now. It's my YouTube, it's my microphone, so there's nothing what can you do? But a couple of things I want to talk about. I will be doing live. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be doing it on YouTube, but maybe we'll do it on YouTube, where I'm going to be a lot more active. I promise, starting this week, once the microphone is set, that we're going to be doing a lot more role playing, where for a number of reasons, where I can help moderate and do that. So one of the things I want to also get to, so if you are role playing, which you should be, you need to be, you want to participate in that, definitely get subs so you'll know when we're going to do that. It's a little more difficult to let everybody know with these until we get a regular schedule for that. And the role playing, we'll see how that works out if we can get a regular schedule. So maybe I'll do that one Monday after the show on Wednesday, and then maybe on a Friday. So it'll be strictly role playing and prepping for court. That's what we're going to be doing there. So, oh my gosh, Ellipsism. Yeah, it has been a long time since we heard from him. But I did have a new video that I put out this week. I was incorrect on the show last week. It was not 5 charges. I misunderstood when he was saying that one started with a felony and that the felony was tossed out. The felony actually wasn't tossed out. What they did was they recharged him as a misdemeanor. So there were 4 charges altogether that they started with. One was a felony, and it was downgraded to a misdemeanor. So I don't want to give out any of the personal information because the document is sealed by his own request. All the charges were thrown out, but I do have the redacted document up there. You can see the stamp that says sealed. So, but it's still a big congratulations to the individual who sent that to me, and I thank him for allowing me to post that, which is always really good, because I do have a video that I should be posting today, later today. It's a quick video. I try to make it under 10 minutes, but I went a little bit over, but it's 5 tips on how to effectively defend yourself in court, how to be more effective in court. So long-time listeners to the show will be familiar, but if you're a new guy, then you're not so familiar with that. So make sure that you check your email. You get a a notification when that video is posted, and it'll also be as an article on markstevens.net. So so that kind of ties into the expanded role playing that we'll be doing, and again, it helps me moderate what's going on, because you get kind of tired of hearing all the complaints and whatnot. People are under attack. They're doing this because they want to defend themselves and do so effectively, and they shouldn't have to have any kind of drama in the chat, especially for someone who's new, who's not familiar with the process. So hopefully we can get through that, and we can baby step people and get them to understand the basic principles. Another thing I want to discuss, wow, I got to tell you, I actually have a little bit of hope that things we can get to a volunteer society, and I did not expect this. This is actually 3 weeks old. This is news that I would have. It should be front page news. We should know about this, but and even with my scope, I should have known about this. Nobody sent this to me, so I'm fairly certain that the people that are following the show, if somebody would have known about this, they would have sent it to me, but this is the first I heard of it. So this is not fake news. This is actually something. This is real. It happened. And so the headline, this is from Reason.com, West Virginia's entire Supreme Court just got impeached. Yeah. It's a 5-member Supreme Court of Appeals in West Virginia. The entire Supreme Court of Appeals has been impeached. At the House, all right. So West Virginia's, now this actually was posted on August 14th. So yeah, I mean, I just heard, how in the hell could you possibly have such a historic thing like this, where the entire Supreme Court of Appeals, I know that you say entire, but all 5 of them are gone. Well, a couple of them actually they're already gone. They've been impeached. So it says the House of Delegates has impeached all 4 of the state Supreme Court justices because one of them, who allegedly abused their authority and used taxpayer funds for personal gain. 14 articles of impeachment were brought up against Chief Justice Margaret Workman and Justices Alan Lowry, Robin Davis, and Elizabeth Walker of the Supreme Court of Appeals of West Virginia. 11 of those articles were officially adopted last night, which is August 13th, and this morning putting the justices' fate in the hands of the state Senate. Davis has already retired from her post. Another former Justice, Menace Ketchum, resigned last month and admitted to defrauding the state. Wow. Of the 4 justices impeached this week, Lowry is probably in the most trouble. According to articles of impeachment, he wasted more than $360,000 in taxpayer funds on office renovations, including, get this, a $32,000 couch. There are pictures of it online. It's not even an attractive looking couch. He's also accused of misusing government vehicles and computer equipment, taking desks from his office home with him, and lying to the state's House Finance Committee when questioned about his alleged wrongdoing. Let's just put this into a little perspective here, because even though this is historic, he wasted more than $360,000. If you remember September 10th, 2001, Donald Rumsfeld admitted on national television, you can still see the video online, of course, that they could not account for 2.3 trillion. So here, Supreme Court Chief Justice got impeached over 363,000, and yet nobody at the Pentagon was penalized at all, and they lost 2.3 trillion. Wow. Wow. He's facing something worse than just removed from office. In June, he was indicted on multiple counts of fraud. His case is somewhat ironic considering he is the author of a 2006 book about political corruption in West Virginia. Well, he knew of what he was writing about, huh? Wow. A Supreme Court justice indicted. Nice. Davis, meanwhile, allegedly spent $500,000 to renovate her office. Workman and Walker were also accused of unnecessarily spending large amounts of state funds to remodel their offices, $111,000 and $131,000, respectively. But they were cleared, as those sums were considerably less than what Lowry and Davis allegedly spent. The justices aren't just accused of overspending on themselves. The House of Delegates also approved impeachment articles charging Lowry, Workman, and Davis with overpaying senior status judges who are retired but still preside over some cases for their work. Walker was the last of the justices to be impeached. The House and she, along with her colleagues, failed to provide or prepare reasonable and proper supervisory oversight of the Supreme Court of Appeals and its subordinate courts. This is indeed a sad day and certainly no cause for anyone to celebrate, the Delegate John Schott, chairman of the state's House Judiciary Committee. But it is our duty, and I think the public demands it. This is a sad day and no cause for anyone to celebrate? Yeah, you're doing something right. You're actually holding these criminals to some kind of account. I know criminals holding criminals accountable, but something was done. So yes, it's cause to celebrate because something can be done. This is historic. Wow. Wow, that is quite something. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in that there chat so everybody can see where I was reading from. That is just, wow. That is incredible. No, Tom, I'm not going to be able to take calls today. This is about all I'm going to be able to do. So we've got something here, but I said I do have a brand new video that I will be posting today, and hopefully, hopefully a lot of questions are answered there, and maybe a lot of people who are new to that will be able to take that and participate in the role play, because I'm not going to do too much here, because of course I can't take the calls, and I do apologize for that. But the role playing is essential, and there has been problems, there's been drama. Really tired of that. I want everyone to consider the fact that when someone is coming to the role play, 99% of the time, they're under attack. So they don't need to hear, or have anybody, making things more difficult than it really is. And those who are coming to the chat do need to realize that people are taking of their own time. And so it's kind of a give and take. We all need to be respectful and treat others the way we want to be treated. But most important, people are under attack. So, please consider that, and I'll be participating a lot more in these, and so helping to moderate that. But I don't want anyone, just like I say in the video that will be out today about the 5 tips to be more effective in court. You got to put the work in. Whether you're an activist or you just want to get the ticket thrown out, you want to be more effective, you want to defend yourself better, you've got to put the time in. Going to court is not a walk in the park. Okay, if you're new to this, you need to put the time in. You need to absolutely put the work in. You got the motion to dismiss, you got the script, you got to know the basics, and then you've got to actually practice this. This stuff of, just waiting to the last minute. I mean, almost every week I've got somebody that says, I've got court tomorrow. Everyone who's listened to the show for any length of time knows I've had people call. I got, like on a Saturday broadcast like this, and they call me and they say, hey, I got court on Monday. What the? And they've never defended themselves in court before. They've done no role playing, and yes, you can still be more effective, but you're not going to be as effective as if you put the damn time in. So that's why I'm hoping we can accomplish a number of things with, by having more role-playing sessions and having them up on YouTube. And it's good to be able to watch and learn that way so that you get the basics, you understand the basic principles that underlie the tactics that we're using, but you still have to engage. Okay, so it's not enough to just listen to me on the show going over it with somebody else, or listening to role-playing sessions, which other people in the role-play have posted, like Gary and Joe. But you have to actually put the time in. This is some work. It is not a quick fix. This is not, oh, I got the motion. The motion looks great, and we're just going to file the motion to dismiss, and I'm not going to have to go to court. No, even though that does happen where tickets get tossed out that way, and prosecution will, of course, withdraw. Yeah, we get that all the time. We just posted recently where the 4 charges were thrown out, essentially because the prosecution ran the clock. So they went past the speedy trial, and so that happened. But you got to put the time in. You've got to do that. This is not a quick fix. And if anyone says it's a quick fix, that is contrary to what I have presented here on the show and at MarkStevens.net since day 1. So that is not what I am recommending. I'm recommending you put the time in. So however you're going about doing this, know the basic principles. Know that the burden of proof is on the prosecution, and your whole focus should be on the prosecutor's claims, the evidence and witnesses to support that. People like to say, that the police officer, for example, doesn't have an obligation or a burden to prove the allegations. The thing is, the prosecution does have the burden of proving the allegations, but based on what? It's just like saying, well, only the judge can say that the laws apply. Based on what? Is the judge unilaterally doing that? Well, they are, but are they supposed to be doing it? The judge is making a determination that the prosecution's claim that the laws apply is actually valid and true based on what? He's doing it based on what the prosecution is presenting. He's basing it off, he's supposed to base it off of a witness with personal knowledge. So knowing these basic principles, that the prosecution has the burden of proof and that they have to rely on witnesses with personal first-hand knowledge, then you can more effectively defend yourself and you can frame your defense. Knowing this, and the burden is on the prosecution, we want to ask leading questions. Again, I'm repeating myself, but there's new people listening, and I do appreciate that. So, and knowing that we're using the Socratic method, no matter what they throw at us, there shouldn't be a surprise. Nothing should surprise you. And even if it is a surprise, it shouldn't freak you out and stress you, because if you know the Socratic method, that we're just asking leading questions. We want to know what the claim is. We want to know why they think that that's true and have them explain how that works. That's the basic underlying principle. Knowing that, whatever they throw out at us, as long as we are assuming that it's a lie and we challenge them on it, we'll be able to formulate in the heat of the moment a really good leading question. So I'm gonna end the broadcast here. I do appreciate people tuning in. Don't get married to this. I'm probably gonna pull this down. But we will be live on Wednesday. Even if I can't get the new microphone, I should have something that I can borrow from somebody. Yeah, again, foreign sources may be a little bit late. No full broadcast today. I'm having to use the webcam microphone because, hey, this died. Dead. So that's what is unfortunate. So. But I will get the new video posted today. I should get that. And again, I do apologize. I'm going to end the stream, but I will be live on the Wednesday broadcast. If I have to borrow a microphone, it's fine. It's not something I can do today. But I do appreciate people tuning in, and I do appreciate the support that people have, like the dude and others, on helping me get a new microphone. But till next time, salud.